My name is Aaron Lopresti. I've been a comic book artist, a commercial illustrator, and a writer for over 25 years. And this is my YouTube channel. Hello again, everyone. It's time for another unboxing video here on Talking Comics and Art with Aaron Lopresti. Of course, I am Aaron Lopresti, and these are my hands. I got a couple of books on the same day, and now we're going to open the second book. I have a pretty good idea what this is, but I'm through guessing. We're just going to find out together. Now, this looks like it's pretty well packaged. We've got a priority mail envelope here. There's plenty, I can tell you right now, look how stiff that is. There's plenty of cardboard in there. This book would appear to be on the outset very well protected, and I always greatly appreciate that. Because if this is what I think it is, I didn't spend that much money on this book. You know, it's a near mint book, but I didn't spend that much money on it. And the person that shipped it obviously cares enough about the book that it doesn't matter that it wasn't, you know, a really high-end priced book. We still wanted to do a good job packaging it and taking care of it, and I appreciate that. As we all know, I am very big on good packaging. I think I can just peel this tape off. It's kind of low tax, so I'll just go ahead and do that. Now this is for my collection, and if this is what I think it is, now this is nice. Look at that. This is a Gemini mailer, but he put cardboard around it, and it looks like he put even more cardboard in here with the book. I got this on eBay. Now look at this. Thanks for your order, Tim. Apparently, Tim is the name of the guy. That's very nice. You know, take a little extra time to thank me. And again, this is a $15 book. Or, I mean, it's what he charged me for it. It's worth more than that, but that's what he charged me for it. And so, my goodness, this is Fort Knox for sure. And although it is kind of a pain to open all this stuff, I am grateful that he protected it so nicely. Let's just hope that his grading's on par. Although, again, for a $15 investment, it's like, how much can I complain? But this is supposed to be a near mint book, so I'm going to assume that it is until proven otherwise. And we're going to take a look, so we will prove one way or another. Alrighty. Oh, he really did a phenomenal job getting this thing. All right, so, okay. If you guys are from my generation, you'll remember this series. When I was a kid, I loved this series because it was, you never knew what you were going to get. And here it is. Boom. What If number 5. I don't collect every issue of What If, but, there's a lot of series that I don't collect the entire run. But what I will do is I will collect like the first 5 or 10 issues of a series, and then to me that's sort of, then I feel like I've done enough to sort of complete my run of the book. And then I'll go in, if it's a team up book or something of that nature, I'll get the team ups that are interesting to me. So I'll get like the first 5 issues, and then or the first 10 issues, depending on how good the series is, and then kind of call it good, move on to something else. So this fits into that. I've got What If number 1. I got a nice near mint copy of it, and here we go with number 5. There's there's a little bit of minor dingage, but overall it looks really good. The spine looks good. On these giant size like this, you're going to find this kind of rolled spine or sometimes a crooked spine on these things. So it's just the way they came off the press. As you can see, it printed a little bit crooked right there as it cut off the top of the comics code. I wouldn't suggest this book was trimmed, because first of all, who would trim a $15 book? It's not worth it. But that is something you have to watch out for on nicer, older books. There's a little bit of a crease right there, but it's a non-color, and it's something that would easily probably press out, I would think. I don't even know if you can kind of see it right there. Little indentation there, but that's pretty minor. It's not a little bit of scuffing, light soiling, nothing too bad there. You could probably make a good case for this. This is probably a pretty solid 9.2. Let's see what if Captain America hadn't vanished during World War II? Bucky lives, the Cap story your letters demanded. How about that? I won't let Bucky die, not this time. This I swear. Well, he swears, so let's see if he holds up to it. Who drew this? This looks like George Tuska. Am I right? Oh, it is. That Watcher's face looked very Tuska to me, and I was correct. So it's George Tuska. Russ Jones is the inker. Not familiar with old Russ Jones, but the great thing about these What If comics was they always ended tragically. And as a kid, a little kid reading this, let me see, how old was I when this came out? 77. So I was 12 or 13. 64, I was probably 13. But they were like sad, and I would feel bad, if something like something bad happened to one of the heroes at the end. But this was one of my favorite series, just because they could do whatever they wanted, and you had no way of knowing how it was going to turn out. And they didn't even really have to. It didn't have to be a consideration if you were writing this. You could do whatever you wanted because it was a what if, right? An alternate timeline. So there must have been a lot of fun and freedom as writers for these particular issues. Look at that, an advertisement for Marvel Premiere 38, Weird World, one of my favorite comics, The Bronze Age. I got an original piece of art from that comic. That was Mike Plug, inked by Alex Nina, just for those of you who must know such things. I'm not in love with the inking on this. Sorry, Russ. Don't mean to be mean to you. It's a little muddy, but still, as a 13-year-old reading this book, I don't think I probably would have minded. Cap, that must be Sharon Tate. Yeah, baby. So I think like Steve Rogers becomes a member of S.H.I.E.L.D., and then Bucky grows up to be the next Cap or something like that. I'm sure someone dies at the end, but I'm not going to. Should I do the spoiler? I can't even remember. Well, it doesn't look like it. I think there's some tragic love loss. Oh, somebody died. I knew somebody died. Somebody died. What did Steve Rogers say in this last panel? He says, if only there was something I could say to them, or even to myself, Rick might understand why Bucky died. Oh, so Rick Jones is here. And he was, Bucky became the new Cap. Rick Jones became his partner instead of Steve Rogers' partner. And then, of course, Bucky dies as Captain America. It's tragic. But there you go. That's what happens in What If. Someone always dies, and that's why they were so traumatic as a young man to read these. Anyway, so this is going into my collection. I now have issues 1 and 5. That means I got to get 2, 3, and 4 at least. So I can feel like I have, some sort of What If collection going. It's amazing. I had all these when I was a kid, spent 50 cents on them, and now I'm spending $15 on it, which, it's not bad. I'm sure it's probably, technically speaking, a $20 to $30 book, so I can't complain about it. Look at that, Rick Hoberg. I know Rick. Rick did the cover here, inked by Joe Simbit. How about that? Anyway, so there you go from 1977. What If number 5? What is Captain America hadn't vanished during World War II? So that's in my collection. I don't know that I would have bought it had the guy not eBay messaged me and said, "Hey, I'll give you this for $15." And I said, "For $15? How can I say no?" And I didn't say no, and there it is. So it came out. Looks like it's a pretty solid near mint minus book. So I'm not going to complain. Put it in the collection. Be happy about it. Thanks for joining me for yet another unboxing video. I'm always ordering stuff, so there's probably more stuff on the way sooner than later, and we'll do more of these videos. Please hit the like and subscribe button to help me grow this channel so I can continue to do this. And remember to watch Graybeard's Studio on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Aaron Live Sundays at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And check out the Wraith of God Blood Hunters campaign. The link is in the description of this video. And we will see you next time.